Hello all, and welcome to a Sunday afternoon beer review. And why am I reviewing a beer on Sunday? Which is a work night, so probably not the best idea. Well, it's still afternoon, so there's still plenty of time to get these one or two beers out of the system, but usually I don't drink on work nights. Why am I doing it? Because this is such a great beer. And what am I talking about? I am talking about the 2019 Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest. Now, this one was brewed in collaboration with Bitburger Brewery, which is in Germany. I'm not sure where in Germany Bitburger is headquartered. So let's read the label, shall we? It's the ultimate season of revelry, so we teamed up with Germany's famed Bitburger Brewery for an Oktoberfest that turns backyards into beer gardens. Rally your friends and celebrate with a fest beer whose rich amber color, secret hop blend, and smooth malty flavor bring the Munich tents to you. So this was packaged in, looks like July 11th, 2019. This is 6.0 ABV. And it is, if I recall, 22 IBU units. So this is German style, and there hasn't been much talk about the divide in between American brewed Marzens and German brewed Marzens. I find German brewed Marzens to be slightly more bitter. They have a very slight edge in their IBUs, and to finish very dry, very clean, whereas American styles have a little bit less bitterness, much more malt-forward sweetness, notes that can be reminiscent of, caramelization, whereas German Marzens are definitely much more bready, and really bready, liquid bread. But I've yammered on enough already. I can't wait to get to this and have myself two of these, and I'm going to keep myself to two. They are just so drinkable. Pouring it into a big old glass, because I want a big old glass. Lots ahead, as befits a Marzen, an Oktoberfest Marzen. So, we have this beautiful, clear, amber color, amber copper color, nicely carbonated, with a thick, frothy off-white head. So, this is going to block the light, you can see there. Very nice baked brown bread notes, graininess, some mild kitchen spice and floral hopping right over that base of maltiness. All in all, just a wonderful smelling beer. In the front, you're just hit by this wonderful brown bread note. That moves into a smoothly dry hoppy finish that finishes almost completely clean, except for some light aromatic notes that remain on your tongue and move up into your nasal cavities. No great complexity here, but It's a Marzen. You're not looking for like notes of fruit or pumpkin or nutmeg or things like that. Basically, you're looking for a great drinkable beer, and this is what this is. You can just imagine yourself chowing down on some turkey, some ham. This is just a beer that's meant to go well with a feast, a fest. Goes down wonderfully easy. It just is so lovely on the palate. Really, the definition of liquid bread. While not being really chewy or oily or anything like that, this is still a beverage. So, what can I say about this? Well, this is a wonderful, wonderful Marzen Oktoberfest beer. And it's very much in the German style, and this is something I've kind of come to realize after drinking so much of the style, that sort of divide where you have the old world, how it's done in the old world, and how it's been tweaked slightly for the new world, i.e. in America. So this is likely going to be very easily be found in regards to like where you want to shop, because Sierra Nevada is a national craft brewery at this point. And what would be interesting for you drinkers out there, because I've already had some Sam Adams Oktoberfest, and Sam Adams Oktoberfest is what I would consider the epitome of the American take on the Marzen Oktoberfest style. Slightly less alcoholic, slightly less thick in malty in the base, and slightly less thick in regards to malt base, slightly less hoppy, and it changes the profile quite a bit. You still have a very much a beer for feasting, but it is something that really tips the flavor profile in a subtle but very a way that is highly descriptive. So whereas a German style was just a little bit more, it changes from dry brown bread to sweet brown bread. And I'm not saying, it's not like a huge thing. It's not like you're eating candied bread in regards to when you're drinking Sam Adams Oktoberfest beer. But it really does, when you have them side by side, you can really taste the difference there. And I think that's something that if you did that with, some fresh imported German Marzens, Oktoberfest beers, and other American style ones, say for example like the Gordon Biersch Marzen, and there's another interesting example there, and I'm going to digress a little bit, in that in the past at least Gordon Biersch had their usual year-round Marzen, and as part of their fall seasonal releases, they would release a fest beer. So their Marzen was often a lot more, it had sweeter, more caramelized notes, not as hoppy as the fest beer was, even though they're technically the same style. I'm not sure if they still brew the fest beer as separate from the Marzen, but it was a really interesting thing to see side by side. And this is a style that I'm quite passionate about. It's one of my favorite styles. As you know, I like these really subtle, really drinkable styles over, well, I can't say because I'm bad at sours, that I hate like weird, wild, out there beers, because I do love wild sours and whatnot. But this is beer that is beer. And even though it's a really narrow style, you still have this sort of difference in expression going on with it. And that's just what I wanted to talk about a little bit here in reviewing this great beer. By all means, go out and drink all the Oktoberfest beers that you can while you can, because it's very hard to find Marzens outside the Oktoberfest season. So, that's your beer review for today, folks. Prost!